Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card weekly tarot reading. The full moon is going into Cancer tomorrow. You might notice a focus on home duties, being around the home, feeling more domestic, having more to do with your family and just generally nurturing other people. It's always important to nurture yourself just as much as you nurture others. Also, Cancer is quite an emotional sign, so there could be a tendency to wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay, let's go to the board now and we're going to do this week's Pick a Card weekly tarot, and I don't know why that's crooked like that, so I'm just going to fix it. Okay, alrighty, so 1 to 5, pick a number now and I'll have a little vision and draw a card for you. Closing my eyes, what do I see for card number 1? Card number 1. Are things going around in circles here, like swirls, which is pretty enough, but if it's you going around in circles, that can feel a bit, discombobulating. I would say slow down. Don't get too hectic about things. You might be sort of trying to do too much, going around in circles. I'm going to take that card on top, actually. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Small business particularly can do well with this energy, particularly those businesses where you work from home. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is quite astute business-wise. Okay, she's seated on a gold throne. She really knows what she's doing with money. You'll notice she's dressed all in red. That's because she doesn't just think about it. She takes action. And yes, while you want to be sure what what you're doing is correct for you, you won't know if you don't try. So if you find that you've got an idea and it just won't go away, or it goes away and it comes back, back and forward like that, and it's sort of intrusive or maybe becoming like a nuisance in your head, you might just try it anyway just to get the idea to go away. You can try the usual things like putting a stop sign up in your mind or seeing a waterfall wash that thought away. But just be aware that sometimes ideas, and they might seem quite out of field, left of centre, like Absolute Soul Secrets did to me. I never had the plan to do that. It was because I was having these dreams for about 4 months beforehand and I didn't even know. I kept saying, what's that name, and so now, 24 years, well, today, this is the 25th year now that the business is going. So don't judge whatever it is and think that you can't make money because of whatever reason, okay? You really need to look at it and sit with it. And even if it fails, it's an experience that you're meant to have, okay? So Queen of Pentacles doesn't generally fail, though. She is generally successful and very good at business and making money. Sometimes it's like craft-related items. It could be a micro business even. It doesn't indicate the size of the business as such. Number 2, card number 2, if you've picked number 2, there's an Asian influence here. I get the word Siam, which is very unusual because that's the old name for Thailand. And gee whiz, I think we might be going back to the 1950s or even earlier. I'm not sure when it changed its name to Thailand. However, some Asian influence and also a sense of meditation, peacefulness, being quiet, and sitting in nature is important. The card that comes out for you, I'm going to go with that one on top. It's the Justice card that's been coming out today so many times, okay? If you have a legal issue, you could hear from your lawyer today, okay? Or imminently, like any kind of today, tomorrow, the next day. So don't be surprised if something legal comes up. It doesn't mean that it's negative. It just means that it's on the agenda. This is actually not so much about legal issues, so it's about natural law, LORE. It's about, balancing all of the energies spiritually and physically. Sometimes, unfair things happen, and it might be probably in some cases worth your while just to turn the other cheek and walk away. Let some things go, because they're just not worth your energy in trying to sort them out or trying to get a fair crack. Yes, it might be unfair. Plenty of unfair things happen, but in my life, for example, if I was to try and get redress on every unfair thing that ever happened to me, then I would be wasting my time, and I can do much better things with my time, like Absolute Soul Secrets, run that, for example. And so it's important to know that the universe keeps count. You don't have to, okay? It's not your job to keep count. Let upstairs take care of it, because they certainly will. And I have seen that literally hundreds of times personally, when somebody's done something or said something nasty to me, and then, who knows how long it is later, but I don't forget. And then I see a situation, I think that happened, that's a direct result of what you said. So usually there's some irony in it. That's what I find. So weighing up the energies and then making a decision, being, taking some action and keeping your feet on the ground. Be practical and realistic, and natural justice will occur. It's a major arcana card, so it can literally change your life. Number 2. Number three, what do I see for you? What is that? On stage. Wow, this is weird. Ancient Roman soldiers are in the audience, as they are. I don't know why. Ancient Roman soldiers cheering in the audience as number 3, you perform on stage. I think it's something like the roles that we play. It's not our true self, Maybe there's a past life back there in ancient Rome. Certainly for me there is, and I did pick number 3. However, it's like, don't get too caught up with that. Just be aware that you're playing a role, that life is like a play. It's a drama, with everything that goes with it. And you've got supporters there, and they may be in your DNA, they may be, back in your family history, like ancestral memories even could come up, or they may even be past lives. Okay, the card for number 3 that comes up is the Tower card. Okay, this keeps coming up as well today. There's something's not working out, and it's, it's unfortunate. What the problem is you build an idea in your head, and it's built on shifting sand. The situation has changed, but this eye in the sky is saying, if you listen to your intuition, it's already been trying to tell you that the situation's changed. You have to sort of keep up. That's the problem today. Everything changes all the time. It's really hard to keep up. Just when you think you've got something right and settled, then something else happens. And so it's not what you think, okay? It is a major arcana card, and it could affect the direction of your life, or the direction of something that's important to you. And so it's not working out how you think. It's an ending to a situation that's not really wholesome. But I also think with this card, though, that there's a new beginning, in a more wholesome situation, okay? So you might, for example, you might be involved with somebody, a part of a relationship could end, or the relationship could end entirely, but it's not going to go along, certainly not going to go along on the same sorts of foundations as what it was before, okay? So it's going to be irreversibly change, okay? And I do get the words move on. Don't get caught in all the drama. There's drama with this, so I feel like just move on. Don't get caught in all the drama. I think I know what it is, actually, for me personally. Okay, and it wasn't until I picked this card that I realised that. But anyway, be ready. If that person comes back into your life, be ready. And you don't have to add to the drama. You can just say, okay, thanks, I wish you well, and have a nice day. And just hang up if they're ringing you or texting you or whatever, they're emailing you, whatever it is, You don't have to go there. Number four. What do I see for you? A triangle of light. But it's also got another meaning. It's also a triangle at school. I don't know if you ever had this, music classes in the school, and they used triangles, and you had to hold a triangle and go around the triangle to make music. But I also feel like it's a calling you towards something, okay? So hear the call. And there could be something conservative or something to do with like a structure like a school or a government perhaps, agency, and they're calling you, okay? Maybe it's a phone call, literally. Number 4, the card that comes out is the 9 of Cups, hopes and dreams. Send your hopes and dreams out into the universe because the universe hears all. I always want to emphasize it's important to keep your feet on the ground and to be practical and realistic. So me saying, for example, I'm going to be the President of the United States is just not practical or realistic. A, I don't even live there. B, I wasn't born there, and the way the law stands at the moment, you have to be born there to be president. So I'm just hitting my head against a brick wall if I think I'm going to be the US president, you know. So come up with dreams that are realistically achievable, okay? So that's number 4. Number 5, closing my eyes, what do I see? Smoke. The smoke is actually turning into a cloud. It's a little bit sort of a bit like worry or something, but the thing about clouds is they blow away really quickly, and then I see a heart. This could be a relationship concern. Maybe, you know, you're not in a relationship you want to be in, or you wish you were in a relationship or something like that. It's like the chest, the heart chakra, a pendant around a woman's throat in the shape of a heart. The cloud forms a heart. But whether you're in a relationship or not, either way, there are concerns and worries. So just let them blow away out of your life. Don't worry about the details, okay? I think the important thing is to be happy in yourself, number 1. And 2 is to get out and about and socialise. Most people who are socialising, if they're socialising with a bit of discernment with people that are on a similar page to them, then there's some sort of happiness that comes in. The card that comes out is, I'm going to go that one underneath there. It's the 5 of Wands. Sometimes you might feel in conflict within yourself, but still these flames coming out of your fingers can suggest that you have a desire or you have some inspiration or motivation to move ahead, even if there is some internal conflict about how you're going to achieve your desires, okay? The other thing this can mean is if you're in business, there's some competition, some competitors looking at what you're doing. You know, competitors like to copy and, you know, but what I find is it mostly doesn't do them any good. So many times, you know, you see people copying. I see people copying. You know, upstairs does its thing. It keeps count, and usually they don't last very long. And where they do last a bit longer, they usually come down in a crash, falling in a crash. So don't be concerned if competitors are watching what you're doing. Don't be worried about competitors, because there is more than enough to go around, and you will attract the people into your orbit that you need to attract. Okay, so 5 of Wands, you know, get straight about what it is if you're feeling like a little bit of internal challenges or in conflict internally yourself. Be clear. One way I do it is if I'm going to do something, I ask myself on a score of 0 to 10, where 10 is the, you know, go for 100%. I ask myself is what number do I get? And if I get an 8, 9 or 10, I will go ahead. If I get a 7, I know there's going to be challenges and do I really want to waste my time trying to sort out all those problems? Okay, so 8 is sort of 8 or better, and then I'll go ahead. That's how I do it. All right, so that's it, everybody, for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Leave a like and a comment, because YouTube wants you to do that, you know. And I hope to try and get some more videos up here. I've been so busy for a long time now, and now I've got an assistant. So hopefully we can get more things done. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Thanks, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.